Let's move on to main topic number 3. And our third main topic today gets submitted to us by Miguel Zaian, who writes, "Hey, John and co-host, I found out through Variety that Paramount is setting up to make a third Quiet Place film. Apparently, it's based on an original idea of John Krasinski, who has said not to be coming back as a director for it. However, I'm excited about who they got because this director's films are good and they deal with relationships and family, which was essential for the first film. Your thoughts?" All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, Miguel. And yep, we still haven't got A Quiet Place 2 in theaters because of the aforementioned COVID-19 pandemic. We should have seen it by now. Unfortunately, they weren't able to release it. So it should be coming out, I believe it's March. Is it March of 2020? It's either March or May of 2021 that A Quiet Place 2 is scheduled to come out. Trailers looked fantastic. I love the first one. The first one was actually my favorite film of the year. I believe the first one was 2018. I can't remember. Anyway, the first one was my favorite film of the year that year. And I have been dying to see the second one. So apparently now they have greenlit a third film that is not going to be apparently directly connected to the stories of the first two. This is what we get from Deadline. They are keeping details of the new plot under wraps, but I would not be surprised if this was not a straight sequel, but rather broadening of the world that the original introduced, plopping viewers in a post-apocalyptic world where survivors are struggling to stay alive by being quiet as monsters with ultra-sensitive hearing hunt them. The movie progressed so quickly you barely had time to ask how the world got that way and whether the creatures might be defeated. So there's plenty of room to creatively stretch this out. Now, what this sounds like to me, and I don't know if you guys would agree with me on this or not, what this sounds like to me is kind of like Walking Dead, right? Like Walking Dead creates this apocalyptic world, this post-apocalyptic world. The zombie apocalypse has happened and, you know, there's all this. Well, what they decided was, well, we've got a hit show here. There are other stories to tell within this world. And so we get like the web shorts and we get Fear the Walking Dead. And apparently we're getting a movie or a mini series about Rick apparently is going to be coming. And there's another spin-off series coming apparently after the main show finishes its last season. So does that then kind of suggest there's an open door here that they can step in and tell other stories in this world? Because the Krasinski family, theirs would just kind of be like one example, right? Just one example of a family or individuals who are trying desperately to survive in this alien creature apocalyptic thing. I don't know. What is really interesting to me, though, is that the person they said who is coming on to write and direct this third Quiet Place movie is a guy by the name of Jeff Nichols. And I got to tell you, I love that. Jeff Nichols wrote and directed a couple of films that I think are really special, really solid, and kind of underappreciated films. One is the Matthew McConaughey film Mud, which I thought was, you've heard us talk about Mud before. I think that movie's tremendous. I thought the script was great. I thought the direction was great. I really love the movie. The other one is a Joel Edgerton, Ruth Negga film called Loving, which again, I thought was fantastic. And Jeff Nichols wrote and directed both of these films. And so for him to bring that, clearly he's got a great grasp of great character. And what's the one thing Robert Meyer Burnett's always saying? Got to give me a great story and give me great characters. Got to have great characters. And Jeff Nichols, as a writer and a director, has shown he can do great things in creating great characters. So look, would I have rather have heard that, hey, John Krasinski is going to come back and do the third one? Sure. Yeah, just like I would rather have heard that Ben Affleck was going to be directing the new Batman movie. But you know what? If it can't be Ben Affleck, I'm aces on Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves is great. So yeah, give me some Matt Reeves doing that. And that's how I feel about this. Hey, if it can't be John Krasinski, I think Jeff Nichols is a great choice. I think he's a great choice. Do I have some questions about picking up in this world? Does it feel like it has the potential for beating a dead horse? A little bit, yes. But until I see evidence to prove otherwise, I'm going to trust that this is going to be great. because all I've seen so far, which has only been one movie, has been greatness. The second one looks great. I'm going to hold out hope for the third one. Question is, guys, what do you think about this announcement of another Quiet Place movie? This time, a different story with different people and different characters. What do you think? What do you think about that? What do you think about the selection of Jeff Nichols to write and direct it? Jump down into the comments section below and let me know your thoughts. All right, guys.